Hi, my name's Sophia. Welcome to this community. Welcome to this Tower Love reading. So what I was picking up was kind of anger, frustration, pissed off that things are not working out. And I presume, if I'm honest, that's your energy. You might say, no, I'm not pissed off, but you know, you lot all watch tarot readings, such as myself, so it's kind of a frustration of like, how many tarot readings are you going to watch, how many are you going to book, or something like that. Nothing's working. That's what I'm getting, a kind of frustration. I'm kind of getting the tower as well. So it's a tower moment that, hey ho, this isn't working, what you're doing isn't working. And I feel even if it's going along smoothly-ish, it's still not working to your favour. Let's see what the cards say, because that's what I'm picking up. Yeah, there it is at the bottom. This is my pissed off card. Pissed off of waiting for changes. The change is you. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to say it. The change is you. When you... when you understand that concept, and that, for example, if you're pissed off with your person, they're not coming towards you, let's say something like that, and you recognize that, and you can work on not being pissed off with them not coming towards you, or say you're fed up of them running to baby's mum. Let's just give this as an example, right? Say you're fed up of that. Cards were in reverse, all of them. Say you're fed up of them running to baby's mum. When you can get to the point that you understand why they go to the baby's mum and it doesn't piss you off, that's when it works. It's never that you get to the point that tarot reader says, oh, they recognise that they're running to baby's mum, so they're going to stop. That's bollocks. I'll just be honest with you. When you get to the alignment of shit don't bother you, that's when it works out. It's the only way. All of you frustrated listening to tarot readers, oh, they're over there and this and that. Yeah, when you don't care what they're doing as much, you know, well, in a sense of you care but you don't care, that's when it works. I'm just going to say that all the time. So the work, if you're like, oh, fuck that, I'm never going to get to that point, you'll never get your person. This is a Twinflame lightworker starseed. That contract is for you to focus on you, not what your person is doing. And that is why this is frustrating, because you keep listening to people saying they're coming back around, they're sorry, they apologise, they want to start again. Yeah, they do, but it doesn't, and they might apologise and they want to start again, but will they then stop running to third party? It depends how you see it. Will they then come live with you, and will they then keep you, stop keeping you a secret? No. It's when it stops bugging you. When it's like, okay, who gives a shit? You know, I'm just seeing my person. Who gives a shit, right? That's how it rolls. Until you lot get that concept, you'll be bunny hopping all day long, wasting your money on other tarot readers who could be even better than me. I'm not saying I'm a brilliant tarot reader. I ain't. I still don't know all the cards, even though all the cards I create, these are mine, but I still don't know all the definitions of the cards because I channel my messages. I don't need to know, right? But they're probably even better than me. But what's the point of that? And I'll keep saying it day in, day out. If you've got a stomach ache, you've got the title of a tarot reading. Stomach ache. Check this reading. These cards, oh, is it a bubbling in your belly? No. Or does it feel like uncomfortable when you sit down? Do you go toilet a lot? That's what the cards do. And then they're like, you want to know what it is? Book us. Right? And they'll say, oh yeah, you got indigestion. And you're like, you want to know what to do, don't you? Don't you? They're just like, oh, it's just indigestion. That's it. So this is just your person, or it isn't your person, or yeah, they do love you. Yeah, but then what? So I'm feeling this frustration, this pissed off, this agitation of like, yeah, why did that happen? I know it's okay. I know it's, well, she could be even, I was going to say, you know it's your person, you might even be denying that. Oh, it's not working, so it's not my person. I'm like, yeah, it's your person, you're just not doing the work. That's exactly right. Yeah, it's not working because you're not working. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Back to back. Is this two women? It's like you're logicating the twin flame contract. Good luck with that, right? Fucking hell, us lot in mission, we're always joking about this fucking contract. You're trying to logicate it, but the Page of Swords is the first card. So it's like you're, oh gosh. I'm doing this Sunday, I just said, oh gosh, because I normally channel for the next day. And even though the energy's similar, it doesn't matter anyway. Page of Swords, what I got, Queen of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. So the Page of Swords, this one, is a student at learning, right? How to logicate. And the queens, as I say in my readings, all my queens in my readings are soulmates. Right? Doesn't mean I've got to make this perfectly clear, because I class the High Priestess as a light worker, starseed, twin flame, etc. Doesn't mean that we're better than soulmates. I've got to make that clear, right? But queens in me is like, you're treating this, you're logicating how this Queen of Wands, Wands is twin flame, Wands, fire, flame, right? Flame. You're logicating as a student how this connection is. You're logicating what to do. And I said, is it two women? No, it's two sides of you. One side's logicating and then the next. It's like you're pulled back and forth. Fuck this, matey, I want to cut you off with the Queen of the Page of Swords. And then it's like, it's a Lammerskate. It pulls you back in. It's like, no, actually, because they're back to back. It's like, no, actually, I'm a twin flame. I don't think you're thinking that, but then it pulls you back to your twin flame. The Ace of Pentacles and the World card, the Fool, is here at the bottom of the deck. Oh, you can't, anyway. So what I'm getting this with the Ace of Pentacles is you need to start again about how you see your physicality. Meaning work, how you live your life and all that. It's like changing your physical world to follow your passion. It's, in short, it's not caring what other people think. If you was in, I'll put it like this, okay? If it was just me and you around for a year in your twin flame, the possibility of you being happy with your twin flame is fucking massive, right? If it's just you and your family with your twin flame, you probably won't see your twin flame and you'll be arguing. So that proves the theory of it's who you're listening to and belief systems. Because if you're just with me and I can't make you happy and I'm encouraging you and saying, listen, he's just got family responsibilities, or do you love him, or can you feel that he or she loves you, and you're understanding the truth of the situation, right? Then with the Page of Swords, because you're a student at this truth of this twin flame, and then you go towards them, then it means that other people are influencing you, such as they influence your twin flame. It's the mirror. So it's not like, because some of you would say, oh, I value myself and boundaries. I'm like, you value yourself and your boundaries are still not correct, because they are placed from a place of judgment, from a belief system, which is a belief system from your parents, which isn't your own. So when people say put up your boundaries and respect yourself and all this kind of thing, that you're still doing it out of, like, for example, if my mum was alive, I don't know if she would even care. I wouldn't even speak to her about this relationship because we never really spoke about stuff like that. But say she was slash a normal mother, and I said to her about, oh, okay, well, you know, David's over there and he's got his own situation with babies' mums and stuff. And say she turned around and said, you should value yourself. You should stand up for yourself and say you want to get married. That's her belief, right? You lot are like, yeah, listen, oh, who are you listening to, right? Yeah, but then I go home and I've got this, okay, this idea of, yeah, I need to stand up myself and value myself, and then your person's like, okay, oh, that's up to you, and then you're sad, depressed, lonely, missing your person, can't meet no one else. What's the point of having that value then, right? The world isn't about values and stuff like that. The world is about going for your wishes and desires. That's it. Putting up boundaries and stuff. Oh, they're coming around and just shagging me. What we do in this community is make you think of it like, well, what's wrong with that? Man is a man and he's heightened sexually and he's attracted to you to want to come round and have sex with you after working a 12-hour shift, risking losing his kids and getting found out about divorce. That's not just a shag then, is it? Right? This is what this does. I said at the beginning, the initial energy of, like, you might be pissed off and frustrated, but it's like how you see things to be. You have to change that concept. Whenever David comes here, after a 12-hour shift, I fucking appreciate it. All day long. All day long. Someone else will say, what, he's coming after working 12 hours and he's just going to go to sleep. I'm like, I appreciate that guy actually wants to come and see me after fucking working a long ass 12 hours. This is all about your perception. I'm like, he's fucked. He just wants to go home and sleep. But he still comes, and then there's another, then he's got like an hour to come from work to come and see me. Then I see he's tired and he's trying to stay awake. I'm like, fucking hell, well, you lot don't appreciate shit. You don't appreciate your person. That's why you don't get it. That's why there's heartbreak here. Oh, there's no balance, Sophia. There's no balance. You balance out your fucking shit. You balance it out. I promise you, if you come to this community, you collaborate with us, or you do counselling with someone in the community, not me, unless you're in mission or plan to get in mission, and you tell them the situation, you say it's not balanced, I promise you, if you say to your person, right, okay, you come round, it's cool, you chill, and you do what you got to do, whilst, here's the key, which you lot fuck up, whilst you're working on yourself, whilst you're helping other people, whilst you're removing negativity, whilst you're working on the inner child, right? And say to your person, come round, you'll see them more, and it be like a relationship. I see David tons. I see him loads of times. I talk to him constantly. You hear him ringing in the videos. I tell him, listen, watch my videos. I said, I'm going to name this the fucking David channel, how many times I talk about you. But who knows we're in a relationship? Not really, no one round where I live, because he comes in the night, right? Or when people sleep, he works nights. His family, he's like, I don't give a shit, who cares about me? But majority, when I'm out on the street, I don't see people as much as how I see, I don't see much relationships in general, do you? Right? And how I constantly talking to David, and how I see him on FaceTime all the time and all this kind of thing, I'm like, do you want that? As I said to soulmates, do you want your person, when I used to counsel soulmates, when they're sitting there with this conversation, I'll say, do you want your person, or do you want to be right? Which then again, let's break down who's right and who's wrong. There's variations of that. But that's this. There's a frustration of you wanting your person to come towards you in a particular way. And I'm like, I can guarantee I can get your person towards you like how I am. So long as, like I said, the key is why it fails is because some of you just want your person coming round. They just come round, and you're like, it's not leading anywhere, it's not doing anything because you're not doing mission. Fact, right? You're just letting your person come round. When you're working on yourself, which is mission, let's call it that, then things change, because you then automatically put up this what you call as boundaries and stuff. For example, if you're in our mission, you can do your own. This ain't a sales tactic. Say you make your own, but this one, say you're in our mission and you've got a booking of someone who's suicidal, and your person's like, I want to come round. That's boundaries. Like, listen, I love to see you and all that. You're fit as fuck. And you sound shit hot on the phone as well. But I've got this client. That's boundaries. You've got no life. That's what your problem is. You haven't got anything else. That's why you don't have the boundaries. Not just, oh, I can't do that at the moment. Right? I guarantee you said that to your person because someone said, put up your boundaries and value yourself. I guarantee your person will go, all right then. I'll get back to you when I'm free. And then you're sat at home pissed off. Why did I listen to Sarah Louise who told me to put up my boundaries? Because you're doing it wrong. Whenever I can, I meet that man. And the more you meet them, the more they want to see you. That's it. Like I said, if you're meeting them and it's happy and they keep meeting them, you're getting frustrated because you're not doing it correctly. You're not putting it into place, your own things of what you want. Your own. And I've been there. 10 of Cups. Like I said, your own loves and wishes. You're doing it 3D of soulmate. You're doing it soulmate-y. As usual, my readings with the 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords here. You're doing it soulmate-y. You're doing a relationship like it's a soulmate. But this connection teaches you to not give a shit. Literally about any of that 3D stuff. Ace of Pentacles. That's why they probably picked me, because I said to David today, I think I'm getting worse with how I see planet Earth. Oh, that was it, because he's at work and we're doing FaceTime, and it's Sunday, and he said it's really quiet, and he said tomorrow's going to be quiet as well, because he's got toothache. And I said, oh, ain't everyone bugging you? And he said, no, it's really quiet. He said, Monday's quiet as well. I said, they say an event on at work. He said, no, Friday, Monday, it's become the new Sunday. Since the virus, no one comes into offices as much on a Friday or a Monday. And I said, oh, I was thinking about, bear with, I was thinking about back in the day when Sunday was a day off. There was no shops open. I said, now shops are open. I said, but they still only open till, say, 9 till 4. And he said, listen, and you might even know this, and if you do, that proves how fucked up life is. He said, oh, we're legally, they are only allowed to be open between 9 and 4. Yes, I'm waffling, but it's relevant. I said, what do you mean legally? He said, yeah, legally, companies can't open after 4 o'clock. I said, David, why the fuck not? He said, it's illegal now. I said, this what fucks me off of planet Earth. I said, you got your own business and they tell you when you can open or not. What the fuck has the government or the elite secret society got to do with the little shop or company if they want to open 24 hours? This is what we are, lightworkers and starseeds, not soulmates. Soulmates deal with that 3D stuff, right? But that's them. We're here about what legislations of closing times at 4 because now I got my children are grown ass children. So if I wanted to open a business or company after 9 o'clock, I can be there after 9. This is this. It takes you away from being plugged into the matrix and following the sheep. And I'm always saying that. Like, you're listening to someone, I don't presume, maybe, but it could be, listening to someone who has 100,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers. I couldn't give 2 shits, right? And I'll tell you why I couldn't give 2 shits, and here's why you shouldn't give 2 shits. Because 99% of people on planet Earth is plugged into the matrix and they follow the sheep, right? They're asleep. So it doesn't mean the crowd, what the many do, makes it right. And this is what this is teaching you. Because of what I'm saying to you is, if you didn't care if that your person was going to the baby's mum all the time, and you shut your mouth and you learnt that they come to you when you shut your mouth, then you'll be happier just seeing your person all the time. But you must learn your contract of what you have to change as well. It's not just that. There's always a contract. Like my contract is, now it's shifted to work with solely with people more on a one-to-one mission. Before, my contract was to make mission. There's some other kind of contract you must fulfill. That's why you're light worker, twin flame, and a starseed. And I promise you, you're not doing any of that. And it's not just you, because that's why twin flames aren't together. And this contract you have to fulfill is nothing to do with your person, and that's why you're not doing it. For example, I had the download when I met David to create this community. I had no intention. I've never picked up a deck of cards before I met David. And I think I was with him for about a while, a year, before I even picked up a deck of cards. I got the download to do the channel. Then I got the download to make a community. It isn't just Sophia Charles Tarot, is it? It's a community. Then I said to make another community. Then make programs and share the programs. None of that seems relevant to do with David. You have a contract the same, which has no relevance to your person. Because it has no relevance, you're not listening to the guidance upstairs. So you're not moving forward. So this isn't moving forward. This is getting the strength to listen to your inside. Both these cards. Strength card, world card. You're not. And stop flapping your gums. It was like when I stopped, I used to listen to tarot readers, and I used to think that David was going to turn up and say, okay, I'm going to tell baby's, not literally, but you know, I'm going to tell baby's mum, or I'm going to I'll say this, but it ain't now. I'm going to propose, or he's going to say he's going to move in, or some shit like that. Not really, because I'm not that bothered, but I'm just giving an example. Never happened. Never happened. And all I was doing was, the tarot reader and the tarot reader and yeah, it's the potential. Because twin flames potential is to move in, live together and get married. In fact, the potential with your next door neighbour if you so choose, right? And all I was doing was getting pissed off because I'll turn up and I'll be like, never happened, and getting more frustrated. And then when I was like, okay, I'm just going to focus back onto just having time with David, enjoying that. Like when I first met him, before I knew about third party and all that kind of thing, that was the best time. Soon as I knew about third party, I was flapping my gums just like you. Oh, well, you know, baby's mum should meet me and your mum should know about me and blah, blah. And it went a bit Pete Tong. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to say nothing. And then it's back okay again. And like I said, who cares who's like, it's like, are you married? No. Are we living together? No. Do we plan to? Not really. Not, you know, I don't really talk about that and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, you're not in a connection then. Oh, all right then, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll place these values of, you know, you can't come here. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4 years, whatever it is. So we should be living together. So no, I can't choose see you, David. And then I'll just, sit there and make this tarot reader or my mum and dad who's dead or Sarah Louise happy, right? Because of they've got some fucked up rule book that doesn't even exist. That's you. Right? Or do I just keep seeing David and being happy with what I've got regardless of this other fucked up? I'm telling you, when you're just happy meeting your person, you don't care about if they're living there and all these getting married, because that's this contract. Because soulmates, this is about soulmates. What soulmates do is they get married, they follow that, the potential. It's like, okay, I'll be with you and I'll get married and I'll live together and then we have kids and then what? This contract teaches you get to know that person first, right? And then when you get to know that person, you're like, actually, the other stuff doesn't really count then. It doesn't really count. Because the main thing is just, I'm just going to meet my person. I'm just going to meet my person. Until you understand that, twin flames will never be together. And in fact, as I'm always saying, put it in the comment of why you think they're not together. Because I'm telling you, the majority of twin flames are not in mission. But weirdly enough, the majority, nah, it's not the majority, all twin flames hear about mission. Right? Hear about it. But never, and they make up their bullshit excuse of, I'm a tarot reader, this is my mission. If that was your mission, where's your person, my friend? Right? If that is your mission, counselling, Reiki, acupuncture, tarot reading, why aren't you with your person then? Because it's not your mission. It's simple as that. Right? And that's what it is. You can't, no point booking me or someone, oh, can you tell me what the mission is? No. Doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Okay. Card dropped. Six of Pentacles. So it's here twice. So as you would say, there's no give and take. There's no balance. There's no this and that. I'm like, balance of what? What do you want balanced? I don't understand. What do you want? If your person married you, is that what you class as balance? What is your version of balance? Some of the stuff that people ask for or listen to, that makes no logical sense. That's why your person is so logical. It's like literally think about what you're doing or what you're saying or why we're not together. Literally. It's like you don't want them to go to baby's mum. Why not? Because they're going to sleep with baby's mum. You got proof of that? No. Do you know that for fact? No. That don't make logical sense then, right? You might as well tell them not to walk on road because you're telling them you don't want them to go somewhere where you haven't got actual physical proof of them going to sleep with someone just because you think, or I have a feeling, but you got a feeling that you're supposed to be with twin flame, but you're not, so that your feeling isn't correct then. So that incorrect feeling you have is stopping you from being with someone. So who's stopping this from being balanced? You, my friend. But you carry on listening to other tarot readers who are single under Jack Joan without being with their person and not in twin flame union, or probably not even a twin flame. And when they close this camera and they sit at home scoffing junk shit devil food, right, lonely on their Jack Joan, so will you. How's that working for you? What kind of balance is that? Knight of Swords, the Magician, Hierophant. This is about your version of commitment. I don't know. That's what this is, the Hierophant. High levels of commitment. As I say all the time on the channel, the baby's mum could sit there and I win. I have David because I've got 3 kids. David don't love you, my friend. Right? David don't love you. You can sit there and think you win. Is that your version of commitment? Is that why you're so pissed off and triggered with the baby's mum? Right? Or whoever. David could be married to her. I couldn't give 2 shits. I'll be like, you can sit there and you can try to get him to get married, or you can be married. He don't love you. He don't come and see you. He don't ring you. He rings you for the children. He's there because he's married. That's what you have to understand about your twin flame. And why is it part of the contract? Because it's part of people on planet Earth. Get married and stay together because of the children. You think the children are thick and dumb as you lot? The children know you ain't happy. The children know you lot ain't speaking, you ain't in a relationship. That's just laziness of you to move and use the children as an excuse because I can't move because the children, because too fucking lazy to get off your ass and find somewhere else to live. Stop blaming it on the children. That's this. This is someone, well, I'm married and I've got to stay here because of the marriage. No, you don't. You can move. This is what this contract is. You are here to show people stop following beliefs, traditions, religions and all this with the Hierophant, right? Social structures, bullshit. And that's what you think. Oh, my person's not coming out of that. No, you have to come out of the way of you thinking about this. I said at the beginning, it's not for them to come out of it. You got to come out of the way how you see it. If David was married and he's constantly ringing me, constantly seeing me and chilling with me or whatever we're doing, I don't care. Legally, this fucked up system will say, well, he's married, so he's connected to that one. Don't mean he love her, don't mean he want to be with her. It just means that there's some fucked up social structure, Hierophant, that says that he's committed to her. But in reality, he isn't. That's what your starseed light worker for. And if you don't understand that concept, then this community ain't for you. But as I say, I'm here to quickly change your mind so that you manifest something correctly. It's a quick change around. I promise you I can change your perception, whatever you say. I 100% guarantee I can change your perception of how you see your relationship, your union, whatever you want to see with your person. The first question I would say is why? Get down to the nitty gritties of why. Not because of I just want to. What is it you might say is like, because it would make me happy. So it would make you more happy for your person to leave the third party, although they're connected. This ain't just no random body, right? Even if it is, they got their free will to go and talk to whoever, right? It would make you happy. So putting that placing that onto your person, more happy than not to see your person, that's fucking madness. Like I said, you're a student at your logic. But the student, see the swords, how massive the sword is. It's like you think you know it all. Because the sword is big like it's the ace of swords. So you think you know your truth. Nah, you're fucking learning it. Stop being foolish, right? You need to start over. Start over and learning about this connection. Oh, I started it again, so I can't even tell how long this is. But anyway, probably long. Where'd I put my... Oh, they're over there. Wow. Watch your words. I told you there's frustration here. What you say. Speak with compassion and empathy. Calm your reptilian brain. Cussing out your person. Why? Come tell me. Book someone in the community, right? Come tell them why you feel you have to be angry with your person. Why? Oh, he done this, he done that. I gave him £100. He didn't pay it back. First of all, you're an empath, right? You know he ain't going to pay you back, right? This is what this is about. I'll give another, this is long, right? David brought some Hugo Boss trainers. I can't remember, they were about £250 about 2 years ago. Never wore them. I said to him, sell them today. I'm putting up some stuff to sell on eBay. I'll put stuff on eBay to sell. And he said, okay, I said, send me the images and I'll do it whilst I'm doing it, because I'm used to doing it, right? And I thought to myself, someone else like you might say, okay, I say I sold them. You might say, well, I expected him to buy me some flowers or something, or give me a cut or something, because I sold the trainers for him for £200, right? Because I was thinking about your lot connection. And I thought, but this is why they're so logical. Because Dave, if I said that to David and say I sold these trainers for £200, and I'll say, well, I thought you might even get me a card or flowers for a thank you. David may say, because we haven't had this conversation, not going to have this conversation, blah, 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 will say, well, we didn't have that conversation. You just said you was going to sell the trainers for me. That's it. That's what this is. Logicate to the point of what it is. Don't preconceive, put ideas, think about what if I do this, he's going to do that. This is why they logicate. David will say, well, you know, like I said, I presume, because I'm not want to put things in his mouth, but he will say, I said I got trainers, you said you're selling on eBay, you said you will sell the trainers. Where did we have this conversation about I was going to buy you flowers or buy you cards? That's this. You're preconceiving things that you think from some pulling out your backside or something that never was said, right? Or from a belief system with a hierophant here. You need to quickly, like I said, change that. Change it. Absolutely, that's what you're supposed to do. Let's close it out. Long. That's probably him. It's like you're punishing yourself from a belief system that, which is harder? The belief system or doing without your person? Because if it was that, okay, my person is out of order and I value myself and belief systems and stuff, then you wouldn't be watching tarot. You'll be fine. You'll be like, yeah, I got rid of my twin flame because he's over there with a third party and he disrespects me and he's narcissistic and blah, blah, blah. You wouldn't even be watching tarot. You just get on if you really valued and you was with that belief system. The fact that you're watching tarot, the fact that you're searching for answers, the fact that you're frustrated proves that it's against you because the love for the person is more than the belief. Fact. It's like when you go to a job and someone's treating you shit and you just wake up and you're like, I'm gone. And when you leave, you don't look back. If this was so, this belief system and values and all that, you wouldn't be looking back. The fact that you're listening to me is that the love for your person is more than the belief. You just want them to change. You must change. That is the contract. I hate how long it's been since I've seen you. Wow. That could be, and I'm smiling because that could be a day, right? That's the twin flame connection. I fear you will reject me. As I say, your person, like, doesn't come towards you because you keep saying the same shit. And when am I going to see the baby's mum, or the baby's mum going to know about me, or when are you going to get divorced, or when you're saying the same shit, right? And it's quite a hard balance to do alone. That's why we're the communities here. It's very hard to do it by yourself without other people, or, you know, I can help you. I don't know what else to say. That's what I feel my contract is to help people on a one-to-one who are in mission. I'm not doing it for, because all I done before was do it for you. You'll book me and do counselling. You'll do fine over there and I'm helping you what to do. But then you're like, oh, my person's come towards me. It's all great now, and you fuck off. And it's like, you don't get in mission and then you separate. So I'm like, no, because in mission we help others, and that's what this is about, not just helping yourself. I have always loved you. Not feeling that one too good. I'll be honest with you, bit of a negative ending, but I don't like that. That feels like your person's moving on because you keep coming with the same shit. They ain't doing it, right? I've had loads of readings. No one's come back to me. And guess what? He just quit the third party. Randomly just quit the third party. They just got a divorce and come towards me. But Twin Flame just knocked on the door and just turned up with the bags. Never that. They don't do it. It's for you to change. Right? Absolutely. If you need help with that, book someone in the community. Check out the description box. Speak to you later.